Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasari Shri Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. That is the Panchatattva Mahamantra and the Hare Krishna Mahamantra, made famous throughout the world by Srila A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada. And these mantras, these are the teachings of our parampara of Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur, the master of Srila A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, of Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur, and of the scriptures themselves, the Vedas, and as presented to us by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and the Guru Parampara. So, chanting the Maha Mantra, and to begin chanting the Maha Mantra, Hare Krishna, this Maha Mantra. Before that, we are chanting Panchatattva Maha Mantra, and this established by Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur as the proper way to approach the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. And the Panchatattva Maha Mantra addressing Sri Krishna in his Leela, in his pastimes, when Krishna takes on the mood of his best devotee, Srimati Radharani, and with his expansions and associates, he comes to this world to distribute love of God, and to distribute love of God through the chanting of Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. And Mahaprabhu, he gave some directives, some direction of how to chant the name of the Lord. And this is very important for us, because in general we know simply we need to chant, and everybody can chant the Maha Mantra, this Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. And the method to chant that Maha Mantra has been given by the Lord, and I have some quotation here, and this is a quotation today is from Srila Bhakti Sundar Govinda Dev Goswami Maharaj. Just double checking, make sure I've got all my facts right. Make sure I've got the right place. And, okay, anyhow, here we are. Yes, Srila Bhakti Sundar Govinda Dev Goswami Maharaj. Sometimes we are crediting the words to Srila Guru Maharaj or to Srila Sri Maharaj, to Srila Sri Maharaj, Srila Guru Maharaj, or Srila Govinda Maharaj, Srila Gurudev, sometimes a little bit vice versa. I know we are faulty, we make mistakes, but they speak with the same voice. Now, here Srila Gurudev, Srila Govinda Maharaj is stressing about how to chant the Maha Mantra, the directive given by Mahaprabhu, the directive stressed by all of our acharyas, and very much Srila Bhakti Sundar Govinda Dev Goswami Maharaj, who, as the manager and developer of Sri Chaitanya Saraswat Mat from very soon after he joined in 1947, has seen the world, seen the spiritual world, the material world, all dealings through that close association with Srila Guru Maharaj, Srila Sridhar Maharaj, and under his guidance and in his service. So Srila Gurudev's seen many things in this world, and he is sharing here some emphatic advice about the process to chant the holy name and to be able to tell others about the holy name too, to chant the glories of the name and be a devotee. So here Srila Gurudev, Srila Govinda Maharaj saying, we should not only preach by mouth and say by mouth that we are surrendered souls. Really, how much are we surrendered to Lord Krishna? Our quality depends upon this. And if we really are surrendered to Krishna, then we must follow Krishna's instructions, which he gave in his non-different form of Sriman Mahaprabhu, Gauranga Sundar. We know that. We know Mahaprabhu's philosophy, and we know Mahaprabhu's teaching, but we must apply this method upon ourselves. And here the transcription has ourselves in italics, like emphasizing. So we know that. We know Mahaprabhu's philosophy, and we know Mahaprabhu's teaching, but we must apply his method upon ourselves. And the quote, you won't be surprised, most of you will not be surprised to hear, is Trinad api sunichena taro eva sahishnuna amanina manadina kirtanya sada harihi. And then Srila Gurudev is not giving like a literal translation, but then following from there he's saying, someone will be qualified for preaching and chanting the holy name of the Lord when they have these three qualities, that is humility, tolerance, and giving honor to others without honor coming back. So someone will be qualified for preaching and chanting the holy name of the Lord when they have these three qualities. All over the world now people are disturbed by violence. In this world we see that there are so many difficulties, especially here in India where we are living. Politics are disturbing the minds of simple people. Everywhere it is like this actually. But a preacher's nature will be to make harmony with all circumstances. And a preacher can do that if they have these qualities: humility, tolerance, and giving honor to others. Here, humility is stated first, but I give first preference to being tolerant. Humility, no doubt, is necessary, but we must be tolerant. Otherwise, we cannot proceed towards our life's goal. These three qualities must be with all the devotees. And devotees, we use this word, but how much are we devoted to Lord Krishna? And why are we not following the method Krishna himself gave us for our spiritual benefit and upliftment? We must try to do that. We are all suffering in this material world in different ways, but we can tolerate all that suffering. There is no other way, and we are tolerating it. Someone has no house, and someone has a house, but inside it there is no proper adjustment with their family. In this way, different types of disturbance and selfishness disturb us greatly. But charity begins at home. We are preaching to others, but we are not preaching to ourselves. We have published a book as beautiful as Prapana Jivanamritam, but how many times have we read it? And why can't we control ourselves through this teaching of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu? Our Guru, our friends, the Vaishnavas, and Lord Krishna are all always in favor of us. Still, we cannot make ourselves qualified. What is this? When this situation comes, then how will we preach happily? It is necessary for every devotee to remember, charity begins at home. It is necessary for every devotee to remember, charity begins at home. First, they must try to maintain their own self with these three qualities: humility, tolerance, and giving honor to others. This method of Mahaprabhu is very essential. Again, very, in the transcript is italics, emphasizing. This method of Mahaprabhu is very essential in this age of Kali, because it is the age of quarrel, and the teeth and tongue are always fighting. This is the experience of a man in his old age like me. My teeth are always cutting my tongue. Proper adjustment is necessary. Proper adjustment is the method of our religion, and for that we first must be fill in the missing space, we first must be tolerant. This is the emphasis that Srila Gurudev is giving here. And so many of the messages that we are getting from Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and from our Sri Guru Varga, the messages that we're receiving from Srimad Bhagavatam, from Chaitanya Charitamritam, from Bhagavad Gita, those messages, they are eternal messages. They're not just for one moment or just trying to overcome a particular difficulty in front of us now. These are the messages of the greatest thinkers, the greatest specialist research scholars of spiritual life, the greatest givers of our good fortune. And so now everything is in our hand, or largely everything is in our hand, that we must try our best to see why that they emphasize this verse of humility, tolerance, and giving honor to others, and to constantly chant the holy name, to constantly spread the glories of the holy name around. That to have these qualities are essential as our platform, our foundation for our own lives, and with that to be able to share with others the substance of what is Krishna consciousness, the journey to our home, the journey to the land which we all want to be living in, but which we at present find ourselves quite separated from. And that is the land of harmony, sweetness, beauty, joy, everybody helping each other, everybody giving honor to each other, where no one's criticizing anybody else, where there's not all this pushing around, trying to push oneself up instead of others, trying to push others down to go up. All these things that we find in the corporate world, all these things that we find in the material world. But instead it's the harmonious plane which is overflowing with joy, love, beauty, charm. And we repeatedly, daily, we are reading the descriptions of the land of love, the land of beauty. This is our destination. We must fix our destination. What do we want? Do we want to just play around in this world, which is basically a playing ground for children, a playing ground for those who want to just enjoy the immediate senses, but not look to see our proper position in the bigger picture? That is, that we are for the Lord's satisfaction. That we are to try to fit in to see, what can I do to satisfy the Lord? He is all good, all beauty, all charm, all sweetness. His land is made of that, and His land is only made up of those who are in that loving, dedicated mood. And if we are honest to ourselves, we must surely think that that is the worthwhile destination. Especially when we hear the descriptions from our wonderful masters, Srila Gurudev, Srila Guru Maharaj, Srila Prabhupada, Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur, the Chaitanya Charitamrita, from these wonderful sources, very topical for this age. Chaitanya Charitamrita has brought the fruit of the Vedas, the ripened fruit, Srimad Bhagavatam, to us in this modern age, which is very strongly the age of fault, of so many quarrels, as we heard just now. It's the Kali Yuga. But Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and our parampara coming from Chaitanya Mahaprabhu through Rupa Goswami have made these highest truths practically achievable in this age through the chanting of the Maha Mantra. So the Maha Mantra, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. How to chant this Maha Mantra? Principally, as Gurudev was emphasizing today, he putting tolerance first. With tolerance, with humility, and with giving honor to others, which automatically means that we're not trying to get honor for ourselves. And in that beautiful book that Srila Gurudev just mentioned, Sri Sri Prapana Jivanamritam, and then said, how many times have we read that book? In other words, have we read it sufficiently? In there, Srila Guru Maharaj is explaining how Namaha, giving obeisances, means without my own ego. We are coming with no ego. We're coming to give honor without expecting anything for ourselves. We're not coming to assert, we're coming to give respect and honor. So tolerance, humility, and giving honor to others. The stressed message, charity begins at home. Let us sort out our own home from within and then share that with others. And all of this under the guidance of our wonderful masters, the wonderful scriptures, the conclusion of what is the very purpose of our human life, the best thing to do with our energy, our time, our tendency to be active, our tendency to meditate, our tendency for anything geared towards Krishna, in this flow of chanting the holy name with serving mood, with love and affection, with humility, tolerance, and giving honor to others. Let this be really our life's enthusiasm, our life's sincere. People have hobbies, don't they? And they become very absorbed in the hobbies of making ships inside a bottle and all sorts of things, which take so much focus, so much training, so much patience. But let our focus be something so eternal, so wonderful, and that is that getting our passport, our visa, our graceful admission into the land of dedication. And in Kali Yuga, especially the Kali Yuga, the chanting of the Lord's holy names, all important, with humility, tolerance, giving honor to others. All glories to our masters who stress this point so much. Let us all try again and again to make that our life's activity from inside to out, and let us all try hard and keep on trying. Whenever we fail, we understand, we try to learn from failing and stand up and continue. Jai Shri Gurudev, Shri Bhakti Sundar Govinda Dev Goswami Maharaj ki Jai. Jai Shri Guru Maharaj, Shri Bhakti Rakha Sridhar Dev Goswami Maharaj ki Jai. Shri Rupanuga Guru Vaga ki Jai. And all the Sri Chaitanya Saraswat Acharya Vrinda, all those Acharyas coming to give us Mahaprabhu's message as coming through Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur. And this is coming through Srila Bhakti Rakha Sridhar Dev Goswami Maharaj, Srila Prabhupada and Srila Gurudev. Srila Gurudev, Srila Bhakti Sundar Govinda Dev Goswami Maharaj. Big jais to all of them and to all of the devotees, our humble obeisances. Vancha kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhya evacha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. So today is the Charity Begins at Home Day. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.